You are now tuned in to Hits 92.3, where we take great pride in personal expression of one's feelings, thoughts, or ideals. What you're getting ready to hear on this show are the opinions of the hosts and their guests, and they do not reflect the opinions of Hits 92.3 radio station, the brand, management, staff, their respective advertisers, parent companies, or affiliates. Now stay tuned as this show begins in 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. You are tuned into the L.I.C.K show with your girl KELZ on Hits 92.3. Yeah, I'm just trying to get myself together, y'all. I was running behind. I tried to curl my hair a little bit. It did not work. So summertime and hair is not going to be a thing for me, but we're going to try to work it out. So look, we got my girl Bree Biasi coming in the building, and she is going to do some music for us. Thursdays is a new segment that I'm doing called Rock My Mic Thursdays, where we'll have different artists coming in and they're going to perform live in studio. But before that, we have our topic, and it is chasing, pursuing, or courting. When can you tell? Because this came off, shout out to the caller that we had yesterday, and he was trying to figure out how to know if a woman is truly interested in him or if she's just playing games. And sometimes, ladies, we're very, very passive aggressive. So when we're passive aggressive, we don't just come straight out and tell somebody that we're not interested. So this topic today is for men and women. Chasing, pursuing, or courting. And I told the guy yesterday, this was a good example that I like to say when people speak on chasing. To me, chasing is when somebody is running and you're running behind them and they're going the opposite way. So if you put that in the form of dating and relationships, that means one person is trying to get to know somebody, or if you're in a relationship, one person is trying to make it work and the other person is showing no interest. They're not reciprocating. They're not turning around and going towards you. Because if you're going towards you, you can't be chasing something that's running away from you. So chasing, to me, let's say, I'm going to use the scenario that he gave yesterday. He said when he was in the club, he bought a lady a drink. She stood and she talked to him for a while. She ended up giving her telephone number. And then when he called her the next day, she didn't respond. Never called back, never responded, nothing. I know, again, I said a lot of women are passive aggressive. I'm one of these passive aggressive people. The passive part of me is I would probably be stuck in a conversation with someone I don't want to talk to. The aggressive part of me is telling you I don't want to give you my number or take your number. I'm not going to give my number out. And I know Sunshine said yesterday that sometimes sometimes men get a little aggressive when you turn them down. They can't take rejection well. And I'm fully in understanding of that, but I'm still not going to give you my number. I'll just have to take my chances. I remember when I was younger, I was like 16. I was in the mall. I gave this dude my number and he called it right then and there, and it was the wrong number. And we took off running through the mall. So I always knew from a teenager, don't give the wrong number out. I would rather just say, I don't want to give you my number. But I am a nice person and I will hold a conversation with somebody. But the minute they start to let me know that they're interested in me and more than just a conversation, I don't mind saying that I'm not interested. You can tell from women depending on how they act. Some women are finessers, so it's kind of hard to tell because they're probably going to smile and be all extra flirty and just all in your face. And you're like, oh, yeah, this lady really, really likes me. But sometimes you can tell by eye contact, by her responses. Like if I'm in a conversation with you and you're like complimenting how I look or something like that, I might just laugh it off or something like that. But I'm not going to be really, really engaged in what you're actually saying. I might look around a lot. I might look at my phone. I might say something like, I got to get back to my friends, or, oh, I like this song. Like I'm saying something to kind of break the conversation. One thing Sunshine said that works for other people that wouldn't work for me, she was like, where your feet are turned.
That's just an old wives' tale. Like that's an old watch his feet.
If
his feet are turned towards you, that means he's engaged in you. But or like his attention is on you.
New.
But if your feet are pointing another direction, that's like you trying to get the hell out of there. So pay attention to where they feet pointing, because
unless you're
KELZ, or her feet hurt.
Or my feet hurt.
If she's sitting down and her feet hurt, they could be pointing any kind of direction. But the knees,
I was going to ask you
in that situation,
too.
Your knees,
while you're sitting down or standing up.
Like okay, I'm just
I'm
thinking
gonna try to
about me in
picture it.
particular, right? Because
Mm-hmm.
I'm very much on. I think that's why us older people don't like social. I mean, we don't like texting and talking on the phone as much,
Mm-hmm.
especially when I want to tell you something important. I want to see your body reactions and stuff to it,
Gotcha.
right? So
Yeah.
if I'm at a bar and I'm talking to you, if the whole time I stay straightforward,
Then
I
you're
don't.
not interested.
Yeah, I'm trying to put that wall up, right?
Okay.
But if I start turning my knees towards you, I swing the chair around.
Ah,
I'm pushing
that
my
makes sense.
body in a little bit more. I'm giving you the social cues that I'm interested in this conversation. If I'm giving you my shoulder or like partially my back, I'm trying to end, like I'm not really in this. I'm pointing the
So
other
the passive
way.
aggressive part is to stay in the conversation but not be body wise engaged.
I don't call it passive aggressive. I call it being a pleasant person.
A pleasant
I'm not just
person.
gonna shut you down like you're another human. I'm gonna talk to you. Hey, how
Yeah.
you doing?
Well, I
What's
guess
up?
I call it passive aggressive because sometimes I just don't want to have the conversation, but I'm not
Oh,
a mean person and to be like, I don't want to talk. I'm not going to say I don't want to talk to you.
oh yeah, no, I would.
So I would
I'd
sit
be like,
there
I'm
and
here and I'm just having one of those times where I kind of in my head and I'm having a conversation with myself.
that's what I need to learn to
And it
do.
was really nice to meet you and stuff, but I'm sorry, I just don't want to continue having a conversation.
See that because I never know. I'm like, what do I say to get out of this? Something if I'm working, it's easy. But if I'm not working, it's kind of hard unless I'm passing by. Like sometimes you can pass by and someone will try to get your attention. They'll try to grab your arm, like, hey,
Oh, don't
miss, or
touch me.
something. Yeah, don't. That's when I'm aggressive. Like, no,
Don't
don't
touch
touch
me.
me. And if I'm passing by, I don't mind saying, hey, how you doing? Like, you look nice. Can you come here for a second? No, I'm trying to meet my friend. I could do that in passing. But if I'm sitting down and you're sitting next to me and I really don't want to talk, I just kind of. Mm-hmm. That's another thing. When they don't
Short
really say
sentences.
much, yeah, they're just kind of like they just kind of nod and like do a little fake smile. That's a way of knowing that a person is not that interested. If you give your number to somebody, fellas, and you call her, and or she calls you, no, if she calls you, then she's interested, obviously. But if you take her number and you call her and she doesn't answer, I would say at least give it a day because sometimes people are really, really busy depending on the person that you met. If they're traveling, it could be a instance where I don't know, she might be heading back home or heading out of town or whatever the case is. I would say give it a day if you called and then try to call again the next day. If by the second time you've called and she hasn't returned your call, because everybody has a phone. At some point, everybody has their phone in their hand. At some point, you're going to see that somebody called. At least, I mean, leave a voicemail, of course. And if she doesn't return your call, she's not interested. Because I feel like everybody on Earth has a phone, and if they give their number out, they're either going to be interested or they're not going to be interested. Any woman that's interested is going to call you back. If she's not interested, she's not going to call you back. So there's no need to call a third time. Let it go. Just drop it. Don't call back no more. If you text, I probably wouldn't even do a follow up text if I was a guy. Because again, you can read it. Yeah. At some point in my day, if I'm busy, I can read it. Now, there might be those strange instances that does happen where somebody doesn't get a text. So I don't know, maybe follow up later that day. Hey, I don't know what you would say again. Just okay. I'll say this, guys. This will help you out going forward. When you send that initial text to somebody, don't just say good morning or don't just say what you doing. Make it to where it's a engaging conversation. Probably say something funny to get her to respond. Because sometimes women don't like the whole what you doing.
Not only that, but sometimes it's obvious. You just text me at 7 a.m. in the morning. What do you think I'm doing? I'm brushing my teeth. I'm getting ready for work. I'm like, stop playing with me.
Stop playing.
You know what I'm saying?
Yes. So just say something, especially if it's going to be that early. I would prefer you not to text me that early because I'm one of those people that if I see a text and it's not a time where I can respond and I've opened it, I'm probably going to forget to go back to it. No, I won't even say that because if I'm interested, then I'm going to go back to it. I'm going
No,
to
that's a
remember at
damn
some
lie
point.
because you don't text me back.
I'm an in-person person. I hate talking on the phone. Now I've gotten to the age where I hate texting. I used to love texting. I'll text you a whole book when I could just call you real quick and tell you what I have to say. But now texting is like, okay, I'm in the middle of doing something right now. I'll respond to this text in a minute. And I just hardly ever get to it. So those are the things I feel like would cause a person to be chasing. Um if when you meet somebody, they're not really engaged in conversation, if you say something flirty and they don't respond back to it in the way that you are hoping that they respond back to it, they're not that interested. Um if you get their telephone number and they do not return your call and they do not return your text, that's obvious that that person doesn't like you. If you go on a date with somebody and they spend more time in their phone or more time taking pictures, or they're just not really engaged in conversations, they're not really asking you any questions, then she probably just wanted to eat.
Let me say this too, just on both sides.
Mm-hmm.
An acquisitive person, when a person is asking questions about you and about your life, that is interest on
Yes,
both ends.
on both
Fellas,
ends.
if you aren't asking a woman questions about her, and I'm not talking about, oh, what's your middle name and your favorite color? Like, if you're not asking those deep, interesting questions, we feel as though you're not interested in us. And not
Yeah,
only that, when you say that, oh, I know you, no, you don't. You
exactly.
don't know me. You know nothing about me. Just like I would feel the same way. If I don't know about your childhood, your upbringing, your cousins, that time you scraped your knee, why do you have this mark on your elbow? Like, if I don't know those things about you, then personally, I really don't know
I
you.
really
You know
don't
what I
know
mean?
you.
And the only way to do that is to have those interesting, mundane conversations. I don't always want to talk about passport bro crap and men versus
Exactly.
women. Tell me about the time that your little brother tripped you when you was running back and forth to the TV trying to kiss Raven Simone, and you
Exactly. I want
got
to know about
your
that stuff.
right. That's what I want, and that's
Yep.
what we're looking for on dates.
Yep.
Y'all talking about we don't want to give you no booty, but the whole date we didn't do nothing. We got to know nothing, and now you want to be intimate with me? No, that's
Exactly.
not how this gonna work.
It's funny. I was on the phone with somebody for 5 hours, and I do not know his favorite movie. I do not know his favorite color. I don't know. It's certain things I don't know, but I can tell you how many kids he has. I can tell you about when him and his son's mother met. I can tell you where he grew up. That the relationship between his mom and his dad. I can tell you all of that, but I
And
don't know the basics about him.
but also on that, it was easy to talk to him,
Yep.
right?
And we
So
didn't
that's
even
a
realize 5 hours had passed.
and that's another thing, fellas. If it feel like we pulling teeth or we interrogating you, or it
Mm-hmm.
feel like you asking questions and you want to be evasive or whatever, that's part of the game. Like, I can't stand when a man be like, oh man, she want to do all this shit. You don't like girls then. You don't like girls then. Girls want to do stuff. They want to go like sit at the park and look at the birds and count the flowers and stuff like that. Like, girls want to talk to you about why your mama pissed you off when you were 10 years old. If you don't want to do those things, you don't like
You don't,
girls.
yeah.
Like, I
Yeah.
stand
Or
on
you
that
shy.
statement.
Maybe you just a grown ass shy person. There was a guy yesterday that he came to shout out to Something Special Bar and Lounge. He was over at Hooters. Hooters is right next to the lounge that we're at. And he saw the hostess at the door. And he was like, "Oh, it's got to be some women over there," because he thought she was cute. So he came over and he sat at the bar and he never spoke to her. He ended up talking to me and I was like, "Well, why you didn't say anything to her?" He was like, "I don't like approaching women."
So then how you gonna get one? Then be the men
He
that
was hoping that she saw him and crack a joke, or he was like he was trying to muster up what he was going to say to her. I said, "Just say hello." And he was just like, "That's not going to work these days." He's like 32, 33.
okay, so he gonna be mad at me that I put no, I won't call his name.
Yeah, don't say
I
nobody
won't
name.
say his no. When I say it, you're gonna understand. Okay, so
Okay.
Pinwheel told me at your birthday party with, I think it was at Escobar that
Uh-huh.
year. You
Mhm.
know what I'm talking about? Okay,
Yes.
so we were sitting there and he was telling me how it is so hard to make friends. And I was like, what do you mean? He was like, you come a place and you're there by yourself and you're just uncomfortable and you don't really want to, introduce yourself or talk to people. I said, sir, go sit down at the bar. When a person sits at the
Yes.
bar next to you, say, hi, my name is, I was like, you have never heard that Eminem song? Like, it works.
No, it's true.
Hi,
It's so true.
my name is, and just start talking to people. You'd be surprised at how many adults do not know how to make friends.
And if I see a group of women dancing, I'm probably gonna hype up one of them. That especially if she's dancing by herself and her friends just sitting there, I'm probably gonna hype her up.
I went to Jason's Lyric by myself over the weekend,
Mhm.
right? It was a couple sitting next to me, and then there was a space open, and then another couple sitting next to me. So here I am thinking, I'm gonna end up sitting by myself, kind of, because who else is gonna end up sitting next to me, like one person, right? No, this girl walked in, and immediately I was like, that's a KELZ friend. She was dressed, okay? I'm talking about cute as hell, and sat right next to me. So here I go. You bought some of that $12 ass popcorn too? And she was like, yeah. And she was like, it ain't worth it. I was like, for real? And I was like, you are so cute. What's going on? Like, what made you come all dressed up? And she was like, I'm a new mom. I'm with my kid all the time. And I work from home. And I really just wanted to do something for myself. And I wanted to get dressed and buy expensive ass alcohol and just have a good time and enjoy myself, because she's single. She's got a 2-year-old, and she just was overwhelmed.
And she dressed up and took herself on a date.
She was fly.
That's what I'm talking about. Dress up and take yourself on a date, men and women. Take yourself out.
We just sat there and talked. I made a new friend.
That is dope. Sat there and talked. Y'all exchanged information?
Yes, kind of, but I can't
social media.
Find it. Yeah, I can't find it.
Gotcha.
But
I'll tell you how to find it.
Thank you,
right.
friend.
We're gonna take a quick break, and we're gonna get my girl Bree Biasi, because she is in the building. And when we come back, we're gonna continue this conversation, because we kind of touched on chasing, but we did not talk on pursuing and courting. So we'll be right back. You're listening to the L.I.C.K Show. It's 92.3.
Mic check, 1, 2. Y'all already know what it is. It's your boy DJ Play Something. I'm coming to you live right here from Glass House Radio. We here at the last Valley Club party ever. This the one for if you ugly, this ain't for you. If you ugly, go sit down. Yeah, we got it. We got the new one right here for Willie Hit and Sawyer Williams. Just call it available. Let's get it.
I hit your line last time, you was talking to dude, and you was like, fuck niggas, every one of you two. I'm like, damn, he broke your heart, ain't it? And never took you anywhere but too far, ain't it? Got your hidden pearl, mister, you gon' see the stars, ain't it? Wrote this off of you, West Star Spangle, that's the angle. X Rose, when I get there writing songs, you the right one. Ain't no other me, girl, it's only like one. I'm tryna leave that pussy killed, ride it pipe something, not just one night, but this could be night 1, tomorrow night 2, and after that night 3. And if it's on site, girl, I wanna sightsee. I ain't even know you knew about the Valley Club, but I'm glad you came, nigga. Fucked around and found love, goddamn.
This motherfucker fine for sure. Could make you fall in love in 5 minutes, maybe even 4. Dive right onto the dance floor. She gym every day and she's so sexy in them damn clothes. But can you dance slow? Got all these other shorties wishing that they was ass dope. Pass those drinks off the rocks and keep that damn coke. Dance no manners, I handle her like a damn pro. Sad cause you just told your man no. Baby mean on the scene in a black dress. That good tequila gon' relieve you from all that stress. Tell that dweeb leave you with me, I think that's best. Hey, let's get ratchet, this your last test. Now say it with me, I say twerk, twerk, twerk. She don't move like no beginner. Booty popping like she tryna win a husband or a dinner. Twerk, twerk, twerk. Girl, I know you got it in ya. I'm available, I made my way to you. So how you feeling?
Decatur, Lithonia, Conyers, Covington, McDonough, and all surrounding areas. Something Special Bar and Lounge presents Music Bingo and Karaoke. That's right, you heard me. Music Bingo and Karaoke every Wednesday at Something Special Bar and Lounge. On the 1 and 2s, we got DJ P-Joe. Not to mention, we got the host with the most, KELZ. We got drink specials, plus the full kitchen, seafood dip, salmon bites, sweet heat wings, jerk chicken egg roll. From 5 to 7 is our happy hour. Mix and match, 2 items. Looking for good vibes, delicious drinks, delicious food. Something Special Bar and Lounge, 1377 Old McDonough Highway, Conyers, Georgia. The best spot on the east side. Express lunch on the go. Not to mention now open for lunch from 11 to 3 Monday through Friday. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Something Special Bar and Lounge.
All right. We are back on the Lick Show, Hits 92.3 with your girl KELZ, and I got my girl Bree Biasi in the building.
Yes, ma'am. What's up, y'all?
Hey, girl. We was talking briefly, but I'm like, I think it's been longer than 4 years since I've seen you because I haven't seen your daughter.
Oh yeah, my son.
Your son.
You seen my daughter before?
I've seen your daughter. How old is she now?
So. She's 13.
I've definitely seen her. Your
Yeah,
son, I
my
have
son,
not
my little
seen.
one,
He's
little.
2,
3.
yeah. So it's been over.
3 years.
It's been over 3 years.
Yeah, for sure.
Oh my gosh, it's been forever, y'all. So look, we got a topic that we're talking about. We were touching on chasing, courting, and pursuing.
Okay.
So we talked a little bit about chasing, and pretty much we were saying about like if you're out with a woman and she's not really engaged in conversation, she's not asking you any questions, she kind of like in her phone or looking off, she's not really interested. What would you say of chasing? Like, yeah, what do you consider chasing?
I mean, I feel like the chase really should never end for a man because they love to chase.
They love to chase?
They are hunters. Like, they want to just always feel like they got to do something to keep you. You know what I'm saying?
Well, to keep you, but I'm saying like
but
initially. Yeah, because a guy called in. Let me give you the scenario. A guy called in yesterday. He said he was at a bar. He was talking to this girl. They had great conversation. She gave him her number. When he called the next day, she never responded. Never called him back, nothing. So I was just like, she wasn't interested.
No, she wasn't.
Yeah, so I was like, if you call again, you'd be chasing.
And she just was living in the moment right then and there. She was like, all right.
That's
what
we said yesterday, too.
Hang with you. And then after the conversation, she's like, well, you know what? I'm not even going to do that because I got this over here going on. And he real cool. So I don't even want to cross them ties. You know what I'm saying? It could have been that. Well, she could have really just been honest with him.
She could have been honest. How do you do if you are not interested in somebody? How do you tell them? Do you just get your number and just not answer? What you do?
See, listen. For me, I'm not no rule type of girl. So
okay.
It's like if I'm not interested in you, see, it's two different. Not interested. Okay. If I'm not interested in nothing that got to do with you, then you gonna know.
Okay, like, you going straight up.
Like I'm chilling. I get on FaceTime and call somebody.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? Like if even it's my homegirl, like what's up, girl? Like no, I'm busy. But if you cool, I mean, like, see, a lot of times a man feel like just because he meet a woman right then and there, like we supposed to talk or date. We can end up being friends, business colleagues, or anything. You might have great conversation, like you cool, and he might be like, "Oh, I'm trying to do it." I'm like, "No, you just cool." Like,
just cool.
You cool.
Yeah. So would you give your number?
Yeah.
Okay, and just keep it in the friend. If you had great conversation, but you're not interested in dating, you'll get the number, but make sure he knows it's not that.
Like,
That's a good way to look at it too.
Because you know, like it's some people I met like that right now. We do good music. You know what I'm saying? Like we still cool. We just never crossed that line because no, that's not what I. But you're still a cool person. Like that, you like that's my game. Like you know what I'm saying? We like men, you feel me? But everything ain't gotta go that far. Just because you meet somebody, that don't mean we gotta be in the bed.
Yeah, you hear that, fellas? Like, and that was one of the calls yesterday.
You know?
What did that guy say yesterday? He kind of was like, if you go that far and you're interested, then he don't understand why XYZ, because he was like, he can get any woman in the bed. It's just a matter of when. We like, just because you talk to a female or you take a female out, that does not mean that it's going to end up that way at all, period.
Exactly. And that's how I feel. I feel like, you know what I'm saying? You should just be open to meeting people and making a friend first.
Make it a friend.
The whole thing. Like sometimes y'all might just jump the gun and y'all realize y'all don't even make good friends in the end of the day. Like, you don't like none
No,
of this
that's
shit.
true.
I like, we don't got nothing in common. You eat this, I eat that. It's always a problem where we eating that. You know what I'm saying? Like, we can't even be friends for real. So
Exactly.
yeah, I like to just play cool, like until I'm like, oh, okay, I'm trying to clock that.
Exactly.
You know? Other than that,
take your time and get to know folks these days. But we don't do that. Everything is friend with benefits, situationship. We jump first and then try to get to know a person. And then, like you said, you'd be like, dang, I done gave it up and I don't even like this dude.
Exactly. And then, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, then you got situations where y'all might start as friends, and then y'all so close to friends, and they're like, dang, I like him. Oh, I like her. And then next, you know, then y'all together for a very long time, you know?
Let me ask you this, because I always like to ask people that when they say be friends first. So say you see a guy, you find him attractive, you see qualities in him that you could be in a relationship with, but you want to be friends first. How do you switch the relationship part off to build the friendship first without crossing those?
Okay, wait, you said I want to be friends with him. So.
Yeah, so like people say you should be friends first when you meet somebody and before you get in a relationship with them. But you see somebody that you want to be in a relationship, how do you be friends with them first without jumping into being cutesy and flirty and all of that? And you skipping the whole just cool and being friends first.
So I had to learn how to just control and what's it called? Departmentalize my emotions. You know what I'm saying? Once you're like, okay, look, I can't do that. I can't do that with him. I can't sit on the phone all night with you. You know what I'm saying?
Because I like you.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? But you don't gotta tell him that. Just be like, all right, bro, I'll call you back. You know, stuff like that. It's just certain
control your emotions.
Exactly. Control your emotions. You know what I mean? And if he dating somebody else, you can't be jealous and all of that stuff. So, cause y'all friends.
Cause y'all friends.
You gotta talk to yourself like a big girl. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
And then, like, if you just friends with him and you decide to go maybe take a date with somebody else or meet another friend or whatever, you do that. Because you know what I'm saying? Y'all
just friends.
Exactly. So,
okay. That's cool. Okay. Let me write that down.
Right.
Because that's my problem right there. I'm like, how do I keep this separate? What do I say? Do I tell the truth? I'm going on a date with somebody else. Do I not say that? Because then he's not going to be interested.
No.
So be honest all the way. And if it comes to be something, then it comes to be something. If not, you just made a really good friend.
If he wants to take you out of that friend zone and you already like him and want to step out of that friend zone, then, you know, once you feel comfortable, then go ahead and do it. You know what I'm saying? But, I mean, in all honesty, I feel like if I just met you and we just friends, because I'm not you. How often do we meet somebody who ain't got nothing going on?
That's true.
Like nothing. I don't care if he just got out of prison. He probably got more going on. Okay, It's like how often do you meet somebody who just got nothing going on?
Exactly.
They ain't got no booty calls. They ain't got no girls waiting for them to come through at 9 p.m. Like they ain't got you. You
mean to tell me nothing?
You ain't got no texting, sexting. You ain't got nothing going on. Like that's not
unheard
true.
of. Yeah,
so like, don't lie to me. I'm not even gonna question you. Why you to lie to me? I don't want to set you up to have to lie to me. But you know what I'm saying? If you ask me and I tell you the truth, you can't get mad because you know you got other things going on.
And you got to expect that I got stuff going on because you approached me in the first place. Okay, that makes sense. That makes sense.
But if you want to take it there, then we both agreeing to take it there, and we're gonna be honest when we take it there, and we're gonna like, all right, let's pause all this and let's see what we can do. Then that's a conversation that needs to be had. You know, that way everybody on the same page.
Transparency that all the way around.
With you, then you gonna cut them off after that. You
exactly. And you supposed to be my friend.
Exactly. And we was friends first. Like,
and we was friends
and
first.
You told me to press pause so we could just do it. Yeah.
All right. So pursuing. How do you prefer to be pursued by a man?
I just like it to be organic. Like I really enjoy it, like a face-to-face meets. You know what I mean? Versus like, you know, I'm not gonna lie, nowadays a lot of things happen over social media. A lot of things go down in the DM, like God is say. But yeah, like I would rather it be like just divine timing, right place, right time. It'd be something crazy, like, you know, I wasn't even gonna go here, but we just decided to go here. Then I might see somebody, and then, you know, he might just ease his way through my homegirls, like, y'all good, like, hey, you know, are you single? I just wanted to, you know, I'll let you whatever, like that. I could
you like that? Does it matter where? So if you are working and you're in a club, and would you care about meeting somebody in a club?
I wouldn't care where I meet them at. I wouldn't even care if somebody was to like jump in my DM or whatever, but you gotta have a strong approach because baby, you got one sentence,
And that's what I'm
and then
saying.
I'm exiting out. Like,
make it
don't
interesting.
yo me, don't what up, don't damn baby, don't like honestly. Don't I look at myself every single day. I hear the same things 1,000 times in the comments. Like you gotta
come strong and different.
First of all, properly introduce yourself.
Yeah.
I haven't played with a yo-yo since like middle school. So what is yo? Like what? I'm ignoring that. You know what I'm saying? So because sometimes your bae might be all the way across the states. And you know, you just never know. So
and I'd be like, oh, he's not in Georgia, no.
Yeah.
So I could have turned down my soulmate a long time ago.
Exactly. So I just like a decent approach. Like show me that you at least can have a decent conversation. Highly, you know, you can introduce yourself properly, you know.
Yeah.
Without cat calling me through the DM. You know what I'm saying? Like, hey, baby, you fine. Like, oh, okay, ignore. You know what I'm saying?
Ignore. And it's so easy to ignore because of what you said. Like if you're an attractive person, man or woman, you're gonna get hit on a lot.
Exactly.
And again, you hear the same stuff over and over and over. I like this one guy, I had this filter that I did one time, and it was like a really ugly face. He sent me the picture that I posted and was like, "You're so beautiful," and I cracked up laughing because I knew he was being funny.
See, stuff like
that caught my attention. Yeah, that was different.
I can appreciate some stuff
exactly.
Like
so be funny. Yeah. I like to be pursued. Like if you reach out and we talk, you don't have to hit me up early on. Don't hit me up every single day. Don't hit me with the good morning every single morning. Like let me know you busy and make me want to reach out to you some too.
Yeah, I feel that.
Once we start dating, I need you to be intentional though.
Yeah.
I need you to tell me exactly what it is you're looking for. If you just trying to smash, say that.
Exactly.
If you're looking for just, kicking it, you're not ready to go into a full relationship, you want to just see where we go, cool. If you like, I'm dating with the intent to marry, say that. I need to know all of that up front so I can know and not have my choice of what I want.
Yeah. See, I think I wish we could just meet people and they dating profile pop up right next to their face.
Like a little bubble.
Like a little bubble. Cause like that's how it is on Facebook dating. Facebook dating, they say exactly what they want. They're like, well, you trying to get married tomorrow. Next. Baby. You want me to
that
stay
would
at
be
home.
so
I'm outside
cool.
standing on next right now, so.
And if exes could be honest, I wish you could do like, you go for a job interview and you have 3 references. I need your past 3 references. But some people be bitter and they will lie. Some people tell the truth, but don't you wish we could do that? That would be so cool. Like, I need their last 3 exes and call them and like,
see,
XYZ.
Also, sis, now you got to be able to believe it. Okay, because I done been honest before too, like, girl, all right, girl, okay. You sure that's what you want now? All right, you know what I'm saying? You give them the whole rundown, they still go.
And they still go.
I was in that
really? A chick called you and wanted to know about your ex.
No, we kind of already knew people, this was a long time ago.
Okay.
But we already had mutual friends.
Gotcha.
You know what I'm saying? When I found out she was dating somebody that I dated, I was like, girl,
watch, careful.
She was like, how you know him? I'm like, girl, you know what I'm saying? And I gave it a rundown. She's like, well,
she's still
because people feel like, and it's the truth. The man I get might be a different man you get. You know what I'm saying? But it could be the same man.
It can
might be a different, you know what I mean? And it all depends on time. I was gonna say that. Experienced him at a time where he hadn't, grown too far or whatever like that. Or he was just on his BS. And he might have been overly drinking and doing drugs and the whole crackhead while I had him. And then you get the sober, nice, ready to settle down, Okay, exactly. You just never know. So I mean, you can listen to people from the past, but also your own experience is your own experience. Now, if you get a tip from the past and you start to see the correlation or similarities, then girl,
please
don't
listen,
ignore
take
the
heed.
Red flags. But I do say, your own experience is better than any.
Yeah. And I would say too, time tells. Like if he was my ex and we broke up at least within 6 months, I don't feel like he's going to be that different for the next person. Because he's still the same person. He may be different in the beginning because she's new. He's interested in her. He's still probably trying to get over what we got going on over here. Yeah. But I feel like the minute he gets comfortable, he hasn't done much to really change,
Yeah.
he's gonna go back to being that same person.
Exactly. I agree, unless something very traumatic has happened in his life where he
It
like,
has to
dang, I
be.
gotta change today. God
Yeah,
save me.
within that 6
You
months,
know
he
what
was
I'm
in
saying?
counseling or something.
Yeah, something.
But you
Something.
just went on your day to day, like went back to just being a
But you
dad
know,
and
I'm not gonna
working.
lie
I
to
don't
you.
think they changed that much.
I'm not gonna lie to you. It's just like to each his own. You know what I'm saying? Like
Hmm.
for real. Like you gotta look at it like this. Like you may be too bossed up for somebody.
Mm.
And to where the next chick will be like, nah, I'ma just sit down, shut up, and just look the other way
Ah.
when he talking. I'm not gonna challenge anything he say, even though I know that that's wrong.
Mhm.
I'm not gonna
That's
tell him
true.
when he wrong. I'm not going to say, hey babe, it's a right turn, but he going left. I'ma just sit there and just let him go left and
Just
make
let 'em
us
go
all
left.
late. Like you know what I mean? Some guys want that girl, and some girls are
Yes.
just naturally that girl, so that works out for them. And it's
Well, yeah.
nothing that I did wrong. There's nothing that she did wrong. It's just that's why I say sometimes you can't even be friends if your personalities don't go together.
Exactly.
Like he might you operate a whole business like you're busy, and he might not like that. You get what I'm saying?
You literally telling my life right
Like
now.
you might make as much money as he do or more, and he might not like that.
Yep.
So yeah, he could get with somebody and she feel like it's a good man or a better man than you had because
She got the
she
time.
got the time, or it just matches for him.
Yeah. I'm
You know what I'm
literally
saying?
in this very moment living what you just said.
Yeah.
So our me and the female are completely like night and day from each other.
Mhm.
I'm busy owner doing this, that, and the third, where he felt overshadowed.
Mhm.
When we started dating, it was, oh, you're such and such girl.
Mhm.
Towards the end, it was, oh, you're such and such husband. It
Mhm.
flipped.
Mhm. Mhm.
The person he's dealing with now, he is always going to be in the
Mhm.
spotlight, and she
Yeah.
just kind of is the helpmate. So
Mhm.
I'm like, she is way better for him than I am.
Exactly.
So that worked out in that way. That's why I was like, when people say that people fumble people, I don't necessarily feel like he fumbled me because he wasn't my person to begin with.
Exactly.
So I think he's more so
And I
her person.
yeah, and I don't think that takes away from either one of you. Like
Right,
I don't think
right.
it takes away from you, or maybe not away from him. I don't know y'all story. You get what
Yeah.
I'm saying? But sometimes other people are just better
Other people are
for
better. Yes.
that
They deserve
person.
each other.
You get what I'm saying? Like they
And no
can
shade this
flow.
time.
Right. Then you said this time, you
This
crazy.
time, no shade.
Like they can flow together. You know what I'm saying? Whereas our waters might be like
Yep, because they
all
love
over
the
the place.
same things. They
You know
want
what
to
I'm
like.
saying?
I want to live in the city. He wanted to live country. She loves country.
See, that's what
I
I'm
didn't
saying.
like it, so I'm like everything. I'm like
See that?
That's your person.
Yeah, exactly.
That is your person
And
right
that's
there.
yup. And you gotta be like, you just gotta be a big girl. Just be like, yeah, that we wasn't.
Mm-hmm.
Ain't nothing wrong with him. Or
Mm-hmm.
it might be,
It's a
but
lot wrong with him,
but you know,
there
but
goes the shade.
yeah, but it's just like, well, to be honest, he a okay dude,
Yeah,
and it just wasn't my speed.
exactly.
You get what I'm saying?
Yep. So that
So,
goes to the different parts of pursuing is
mhm.
knowing who's your speed.
Exactly.
And get like again goes back to like not chasing versus chasing, getting to know somebody, being the friends first. So all of this is tying into where you can get into a relationship at some point. But the part of pursuing is want to be pursued by somebody you actually see a future with because you spent time with them and you know
Yeah.
who they are as a person and
Exactly.
where it can go.
Yeah.
And I'm big on if it's certain things about a person that doesn't change or you're like, y'all, this is a constant because I feel like every relationship has that one constant argument.
Okay.
If that argument, like if that certain thing about a certain person doesn't change, in your mind, you need to really, really think
No, for sure.
20 years from now, am I still gonna be able to handle this?
Yeah.
And if you can't handle it in the beginning with that thought process, then I would just be like,
Yeah, see,
that ain't my person.
that's how I am now because versus trying to get with somebody and change them, I rather just get with somebody because at this grown age that we at, like
We ain't
me
changing
trying
much.
to change
We ain't
somebody,
changing
like
much.
baby, hold on, I ain't even do that because I don't want you to try to change me. So like, I'm gonna let y'all into like a little piece of my dating life or whatever. So
Okay.
me, I be like. If I meet somebody who don't know Brie Biassi, I be like, dang, do I tell him? Do I don't tell him? I don't want to tell him. Do I want to tell him?
Mm-hmm.
So like the last person I met who didn't know Brie Biassi, like I didn't tell him. You know what I'm saying? Because I'm like, dang, I want somebody to actually like me, like Obrina, like me for me. You know what I'm saying?
Yeah.
Nothing to do with this. You know what I'm saying? Because the thing about it is, I'm a female rapper in Atlanta.
Mm-hmm.
So that right there,
well known.
So that right there, some guys are just be like, oh hell yeah, like let me attach myself to that. Like right now, and she popping her shit, like let me hit, let me lock in, or at least act like I'm locked in. But then you got the flip side. For some men, like, I know what the female rappers do. They be D-riding, they be cloud chasing, they do this, they do that. They all in the studio around a bunch of niggas all the time, and I ain't got time for that, and blah blah blah. Some men for real really just despise it, because female rappers in the game is just like, a lot of them got a bad name, screwing around, sleeping around, having to do XYZ to get in certain positions, having to be around 10 guys a day just to get opportunities and stuff. But see, me, I am the label. I operate everything how I want to operate it. And I don't do none of that. And everybody know that. Like, I don't even go to studio sessions with niggas. Like, I got a studio at home. I record everything from my house. You know what I'm saying? Like, my manager, he be like, you should do this, you should do that. If I want to do it, I'm not doing it. He be like, okay, Bree. Or he'll hear about something. He'll be like, he'll hear about something, and he be like, I know you ain't gonna want to do that, or you ain't gonna want to be there because it's too much going on, too many just like that. So you know what I'm saying, I keep myself kind of put up or whatever like that.
Yeah.
So the last guy didn't tell him, and then y'all, wow, when I was on the phone with him one time, he was like, I said, I think I had told him I'm an audio engineer, because I am.
Okay, yeah, you are.
I am.
Wasn't a lie.
That wasn't a lie. I went to school for audio engineering, so I had to go to the studio or whatever, and I had my son with me because it was just me and the engineer, and it was my manager's studio. So I took my son with me. So we in the car, and I got him on the speaker thing. He was like, "Oh, where y'all coming from?" My son. We just left the studio. He's like, well, so what you was at the studio? I was like, yeah, I had to go set up the studio, because they stuff broke down. So I had to go set it up, whatever. Because I ain't want to, tell them, like, I was in there rapping, you feel me? So then he was like, yeah, I used to deal with a female rapper. Hell nah. He was like, nah, I ain't got time for that. All they do is D and da-da-da-da. They be cloud chasing. They be in studios around because I'm like, he was going in. And like, I'm just thinking,
because he didn't know you were. Oh, he just talking.
But he said he used to date a female rapper out here. So that was already like, I don't want to deal with you feel me? Nobody that didn't deal with nobody out here anyway. But I actually kind of liked them. So I'm on the phone, just like, damn. How do I get out of this? OMG. Like, okay.
You're just sitting there quiet.
I'm like, dang. Well, what she do to make you feel like that? I'm kind of like, he like, I just ain't doing it. I don't want to be with nobody who want to be famous.
Oh my gosh.
Like, sheesh. Golly,
Dang.
So I was going to tell him right then and there, but I couldn't. She was like, I'll call you back, nigga. Like, today I was going to tell him that night, but I couldn't. And he was cool. And he was cool. So then, like, we might have hugged out that night. And I was just like, dang, I still ain't told him. I'm like, I need to tell this man because he cool. He's so cool. But then it was like, I forgot something had happened and had me raise an eyebrow. And I was like, I need to tell this nigga anyway. Right? So I had told him through text message, and he was like, yeah, I don't like that.
He like, I don't think this gonna work.
I don't think this gonna work. He's talking about, it's not the fact you do music, it's the kind of music you do. And that what really made me mad, because it's like, everybody who know me know I do all kind of music.
You do all kind.
Exactly. Yeah. So therefore, you ain't even take the time to look through my catalog or nothing. Like don't do me like that. You know what I'm saying? So, well, fuck you. But he inspired me to make a really dope song. So
really?
Yeah. So
that's one of the ones you got?
No, not today. Okay. But it's coming soon. And
okay.
He gonna hear it on the radio.
Oops.
He gonna know it's about him.
But you gonna text me and be like, this the one.
Period.
This the one right here.
He gonna know. He's gonna know already. But he was a cool dude. But he ain't like that. But it was like hypocritical. Cause like when I ride with you, all you listen to is G Herbo, Low Shimmy, all these ratchet rappers. You feel me?
You
like,
listen, see,
yeah, that's exactly what you listen to.
Yep, that's what you listen
to. But it's
to.
just a male saying it. They talking about chicks and effing them and don't blowing money and
word for word.
Putting me on the stuff like I don't know, because I'm acting like I ain't in the loop. You feel me? I'm like, oh, well, who is this?
Oh, you got a
Where
whole
he
song
from?
with him.
So okay, so it was like, but I was like, damn, that's hypocritical. Like you play this stuff all the time. Like this what you know word for word, but you understand when it's coming from. But to each his own.
Yeah,
So
to each his
it
own.
just wasn't my speed. Just like no.
Mm-hmm.
And then like, I went outside one day. He like, what you was doing out there? I'm like,
Oh gosh, look,
oh,
sir.
you want me sitting at home? I'm outside standing
You
on
say
next.
he don't want
You hear me?
nobody being famous,
I'm
and here you
outside
go
standing on
outside with the
next.
sun.
Okay, like so it just
Well,
wasn't time. He's a cool dude.
I went on dating sites for the same exact reason
Mhm.
because I felt like they don't know me.
That's funny.
I don't
that's
know
why
them.
I found him at
Really? Yeah, you have to because
I ain't gonna lie, I was on
I'm
Facebook dating.
serious.
I was on Facebook dating.
Now
That's
I
how found-
refused.
That's how I had met him.
I refused Facebook dating.
Now
I
they
was
got
like,
some good catches on there.
I don't know. I just feel like that's ratchet.
It
that's
is.
that's
It's so ratchet.
hookup.
And
That's
it's so
hookup to
crazy.
me.
No, they got some. Real
I did
businessmen on
Hinge.
there.
Now
I don't
I've
even know
had
what that
some
is.
great. I had great contenders. I'll say
I
on
need
Hinge.
sugardaddymeat.com.
Hinge, but those are ones that
I need something like that.
you so stupid. They got another one called Black. I think it's called Black.
I think I might have.
But I did Hinge. Hinge is like $30 a month though.
Oh, see, I ain't paying to meet
See?
nobody. Y'all.
That's why I like Facebook. That's why I call it the hookup because anybody go on there. Like you trying to find somebody, you paying for it. I feel like you're gonna take it more serious.
Man, so
like I said, I had great contenders.
Okay.
It just didn't go anywhere. But I went on for the same exact reason. I'm like, they don't know me. I don't know them. I can just get to know somebody. And I did the same thing. I just said I'm in entertainment. I didn't say I own a radio station or I host every night because I'm thinking about the hosting part.
I didn't. But see, my homegirl had started a profile. She was like, girl, you need to meet somebody who don't know you.
Yes, you have to.
So that's what she was like, you need to start a profile. And I started or whatever. Then I got a little ding. I was like, okay, I'm swiping. I'm like, okay. So decent, you know what I'm saying? Whatever on here. I wasn't taking it serious. And he like hit me up like 3 times. And I took months to respond. I just was bored one night. Like, damn. He was kind of
He was kind of cute. Let me see what he's talking about. 9 out
of 10, if you ask me. So I responded. And then he shot me down.
He shot you down.
I rap. So yeah, no more dating apps for me.
None? No more dating apps.
Man,
so you did say by chance. That is best to meet somebody by chance.
Yeah. So like I tried to meet somebody who don't know who I am, don't know what I got going on, and it shot me in the face.
Well, don't let that one discourage you, girl.
No, you got to already know what's going on. You got to already see, and then I'm just gonna have to figure it out from there.
Figure it out from that point.
Waste my time and be like, oh no.
Now the flip side of somebody knowing you, and I'm sure he's probably watching it or will watch it. And I'm not gonna say any names, and I always say this. I hope he doesn't feel disrespected in any kind of way. Just having a conversation. Mm-hmm. The flip side of somebody knowing who you are is I went on a date with this guy and I didn't get to talk because he told me everything about myself.
Oh, yeah.
So he would say something about him and his sibling. I'm not even going to say if it's a brother or sister. He was like, oh yeah, me, my mom, and my sibling, we do blah, blah, blah. And I said, oh, you got a sibling. So I have. And he was like, oh yeah, I know you got 2 sisters and 3 brothers. So I'm like, oh yeah. I was flattered at first.
Yeah.
At first. But the entire date, it was like, I know you said blah, 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 and I do this and blah, blah, and my family do this because I know you're big on family. I don't need to be here.
Yeah, because you already met me without me.
And that's how I felt like I was meeting somebody for the first time. But to him, he had been interested in me for a while, and I wasn't dating. Mm-hmm. I told everybody, I literally went through a whole 6 to 8 months where I didn't go on any dates or anything.
Yeah.
And so because he was always checking in every couple of months, are you dating yet? Are you dating yet?
Oh, okay.
So when I did decide I was going to start dating, I was like, you know what? That guy's going to be my very first date when I do start dating because he was consistent, but he didn't annoy me. Yeah. But meanwhile, while he was waiting, he was doing all his research. He was watching everything I was doing, watching everything that I said. He knew I loved certain things. So one of the things we did that day was something that I loved.
That you love.
And it wasn't that, I don't know if it's something that he likes.
Gotcha.
Or if it was something because he saw it and he know I would like it. So now I don't know if you like that or not, or if you were trying to impress me.
Well,
so that's the difference.
You, but he could have really just shut up.
See, he was excited. He said he was nervous.
Yeah, I hate people who get nervous to talk too much. Like you supposed to surprise me and supposed to tell me later, like, well, I already knew that. I was just letting you talk because I admire you talking. Like you supposed to be smooth, you supposed to over talk the lady. Golly.
Yep. I was just like, oh, okay. I barely talked the whole date.
I would have been like, all right, enough about me. So let's talk about you.
I eventually said on the date, I feel like I'm interviewing you for a job. and you've done your research on the company.
Yeah.
And he was like, oh, dang. So even when he did it again, I'd be looking at him like, I'm doing it again. I'm like, yeah, you're doing it again. I had to say that like a couple of times throughout the day.
Well, you know what? He got a good job.
Mhm.
He like a businessman.
Mhm.
He wear glasses.
He does, actually.
He's like, oh yeah, he one of them. Okay.
Well, I'm about to say, you know him? I'm like, wait a minute.
No, I have absolutely no idea who he is.
I'm
saying,
like, keep guessing.
I'm just saying, he might be just one of those guys who do talk a lot when they get excited, but they be a real good guy for you, and he might treat you absolutely right, and he always got the things that you like because he know exactly what you like. But it might be a little crazy.
I married somebody like that.
Oh, yeah.
That came off, I don't want to say like a fan, but just very, what's the word I can use that's not fanish? Because he didn't come off like a fan, but he was very, I don't know what to call it.
Like geeky.
Yeah, I don't know.
I think it's like geeky.
He was just excited,
Like
and he did all his research, and he just wanted to make sure he said everything right and didn't mess up anything. And I was just like, I want to get to know you. I was like, how's your food? Do you like your food? Like, I was like, let's just stay in the moment, like right here, right now. And we never got to the moment.
Oh.
So I told him the next day, like, I thought he was cool, but I didn't feel a vibe. I felt like I was out with someone who, I don't know, was trying to impress me in a way that, like, excessively impressed me.
Yeah. And you know what? Like, right now, I'm at the stage where I'm not wasting no time. So, like, you only got one shot. Do not miss
That's
your
how
chance
I feel.
to blow. You get what I'm saying?
I ain't
like,
getting no younger.
I don't want to, I don't want to be like, because that's the soft side. That's the cancer in me. That's the soft
That's
side.
why I always say I love Cancer women.
Yeah.
I had no idea you was a Cancer.
Yeah. So that's the soft side of me. Be like, okay, well, maybe he's just a little bit, geeky. He work on computers and stuff like that. So he's good with research. He's, men that's on computers, they be good with research and analytical shit. And they try to put it like, okay, I know how to do this because she does that.
I think he is very analytical.
Computer brain.
I think he is.
And I
No,
I'm just saying, but and see, that's the Cancer in me. Like, oh, well,
and I'm a Pisces, so that was the
but I did that too much. Is what I'm getting to.
Not
to shoot down your second chance, sir.
No.
But I've done that too much, so it's like what's for me gonna be so natural. It's gonna
it has to be.
I'm not gonna have to second guess it. I'm not gonna have to be like, no. It's just everything just gonna be.
That's what I'm waiting on.
Because that's what
That's the water signs. I'm Pisces, so I think the same way. And I think that's why my trigger figure is so fast, is because I'm too, again, I always say I'm too passive aggressive. So now I'm trying to tune more into the aggressive side. Like, if you got even 50% of you is like, let it go.
Yeah.
Where I would be like 50%, but I'd be trying to move it. Well, maybe if I give him another chance, he'll get out of that 50%.
Exactly.
So no, if you feel like there's no spark, there's no spark. Don't force it.
Exactly.
So now I'm in a space where I'm not trying to force anything.
Or even if it is like a little spark, but it's something gonna irritate you. Cause I done been there where it's like, okay, he cool, I like him, but I just feel like he a narc, or I just feel like ooh, it's gonna pop up. Yeah, it's gonna pop up.
It's definitely gonna pop up.
So
if it popped up once, it's gonna pop up again. Yes. So we're gonna take a quick break and we're gonna go to your song.
Okay, cool.
Which one you want to go to? We're gonna have you introduce it.
Yeah.
Okay, tell us about that one. Tell us about it first. What's this about? What's the song about?
Okay, so Miss IDGAF is, y'all already know what that stands for. I don't give up. Flying. You know what I'm saying? So that's what that stands for. It wasn't even nothing that I thought about. I think I was on social media. I was on my story one day or something that I posted. I was just playing because the cat made me mad. I just ignored him, whatever. I know you watching my story, so I'm on a story being an ass. I'm like, you have reached Mrs. I don't give a this mailbox is full. Goodbye. And I put it on my story. But my producer, who we follow each other or whatever, he took the sound and made a beat from the sound and
off of your story of you playing around
me, and he sent it to me. I'm like, oh, he was like, yeah, you got to make this a song. And then I just went from there. I just went in the booth and the song was done in like 23 minutes.
Period.
And then I put it out. And now it's going up on TikTok. Everybody doing the little trends to the verses and stuff. I was like, okay, yeah, whatever.
This your newest song right now?
It's not my newest song, and it's crazy because I just released a project called "Them Kids Sleep." And
That's
one of my newest
that's
songs,
mine right there.
Yeah, one of my newest songs also went viral on TikTok. It like that. It's called School Supplies. I got that one too. School Supplies like open the door, but IDGAF just ran through it.
Gotcha.
You get what I'm
Okay.
saying?
Yep. And then everybody gonna start going back to all the other stuff. Yeah, I used to post her stuff like damn near every week. Every time she drops something, I'll be like, I'm not big on rap, and I say that all the time. But Brie Beyonce, that's my favorite artist.
Yeah, thank you.
And not just because I know her, I'm like dead serious. So
Thank
serious.
you.
All right, so we about to go to this song real quick.
Okay.
You gonna perform it, lady?
Okay. Right now, let's go.
Right now.
Okay, let's go. Okay.
Have reached Mrs. I Don't Give a Fuck. This mailbox is full. Goodbye.
I be everywhere. Mrs. IDGAL. BB Mrs. IDGAL. Mrs. I ain't never care. I'm Mrs. Bitch, we outside. Mrs. I be everywhere. That nigga say I'm crazy, call me Mrs. OL. I'm Mrs. I ain't never scared. Mrs. I'm a raised hell. Bitches full of cap, yeah. I'm Mrs. Give 'em backs, yeah. Booty so organic, bitch, I'm Mrs. Throw it back, yeah. I just hit the mall, they call me Mrs. Blow it back, yeah. Pull up with my sis, I'm Mrs. on my hoes bag, yeah. Walking on they head, Mrs. I'ma break a neck. BB hit the stage, they call me Mrs. Break a leg. Nigga run a loop, call me Mrs. Cute and rude, yeah. Once I see that dick, I'm Mrs. I know what to do, yeah. Mrs. Deep Throat, I'm Mrs. Never Choke, yeah. And that pussy water, Mrs. Wetter than a boat, yeah. Asking about my ex, I'm Mrs. I don't fucking know. Mrs. Cuckoo, Mr. Lulu, Mrs. We ain't fucking folk. Yeah, I'm Mrs. I don't know that man. I'm Mrs. Never fuck again. Disloyal niggas make me cringe. And you can call my pussy Mrs. You can't lick again. Mrs. IDGAF, Mrs. I ain't never care. I'm Mrs. Bitch, we outside. Mrs. I be everywhere. That nigga say I'm crazy, call me Mrs. OL. I'm Mrs. I ain't never scared. Mrs. I'm a raised hell. Mrs. IDGAF, Mrs. I ain't never care. I'm Mrs. Bitch, we outside. Mrs. I be everywhere. That nigga say I'm crazy, call me Mrs. OL. I'm Mrs. I ain't never scared. Mrs. I'm a raised hell. Mrs. I've been standing on business. Mrs. They ain't on my level. Mrs. I've been sending hoes to graveyards. I'm Mrs. Shovel. All these niggas like my students. Mrs. Please do what I tell you. Brie Beyonce, call me Mrs. Bitch. I ain't stopping now. He think he's smart, I'm Mrs. Clever. Think he's slick, I'm Mrs. Ice. He Mr. Mean, he must be green if he think I'm Mrs. Nice. If that nigga do me wrong, then it ain't no Mrs. Right. I'm Mrs. Get Back, Miss Get Even, Mrs. I ain't thinking twice. Mrs. IDGAF, Mrs. I ain't never care. I'm Mrs. Bitch, we outside. Mrs. I be everywhere. That nigga say I'm crazy, call me Mrs. OL. I'm Mrs. I ain't never scared. Mrs. I'm a raised hell. Mrs. IDGAF, Mrs. I ain't never care. I'm Mrs. Bitch, we outside. Mrs. I be everywhere. That nigga say I'm crazy, call me Mrs. OL. I'm Mrs. I ain't never scared. Mrs. I'm a raised hell.
You have reached Mrs. I Don't Give a Fuck. This mailbox is full. Goodbye.
Yes, sir. Go ahead, stream that, download
Stream it.
The video is down now too on YouTube. The official video. It's lit.
Ooh, I gotta go look at it.
Yes.
Okay, there we go. She gonna play it on her show tomorrow.
I send y'all the clean version too if y'all need it. I didn't know.
Yeah,
My bad.
send both. Send both.
Okay. Okay. Okay, period.
King the Royal Couch said, "Hey Bree, I love me some her."
Love you. I love him.
Yes, I'm surprised he ain't called in today. I think he just tuned in. So anyone that's just tuned in, if you want to see us in studio, go over to YouTube, hit Sunny 2.3, and you can find the Lick Show. Just click on the live, and you'll see us in studio.
Period.
We are talking about chasing, pursuing, and courting, and when to know a person is interested versus not interested. So we were talking about chasing and how we felt about that. If a person shows lack of interest when you're having a conversation, if you exchange numbers and they don't return your call or text, you're absolutely chasing them if you keep on and keep on and keep on. The person doesn't like you.
Exactly.
They just don't like you.
You're over chasing.
You're over chasing. Like you on track. You're on track team at this point.
Exactly. Like chill.
And so we started talking about pursuing, and we both agreed that it should be organic.
Yes.
She's teaching me how to be friends first, even if you are interested. Control and departmentalize your emotions.
Yeah, exactly.
That's it. Yeah.
Exactly.
That's something I don't know how to do. So I need to learn to
I
turn
had
that
to learn
off.
myself. What?
Turn
It's
that
like,
off so you can work on the friendship.
I used to meet them and like them, and we go together. I don't care who I
Exactly. We go on one day. It's it's amazing day, and I done cut everybody else off.
Exactly.
And like, let me see where it goes with
And
this
they
person.
don't do that.
And you wasting all this time.
And they don't do that. Because guess what? They still got 6 on their line.
Exactly.
'Cause
And they had fun tonight, and I'm gonna keep her in rotation because I like
I'm
her.
gonna have fun tomorrow with somebody else. That's how they feel.
Yep. And so that's the way it should be now, though.
Yeah.
So that's how I date now. I'm not gonna cut somebody off. So I haven't really dated. Now I'm about to start. I'm about to be outside.
Yeah.
Let y'all know that now.
Bitch, we outside.
We outside.
I be
So
everywhere.
I'm gonna start taking dates. And if I go
Me
on a date
too.
with somebody, I'm gonna make sure they know you're not my only date.
There you go.
That you have to know, and I expect you to be dating on the opposite end.
Exactly.
Don't put all your eggs in my basket, and you don't even know if
Exactly.
you like me or not.
Or I don't know, or you don't know if I like you or
Yeah, and I don't know if I like you. So we're gonna
Exactly.
keep it cordial. We're gonna date each other, be
Mhm.
friends,
Be
get to know each
friends.
other, and then if you keep every time I go on a date, if you cross my mind, I'm just gonna start cutting people off until
There
like,
we
you know what?
go.
I done been on 4
honest.
dates and I keep thinking about this one. Everybody else gotta go.
There you go.
So when you
Mhm.
keep thinking about one person while you're on a date, literally,
Yeah.
that should just be the person that you spend more time with getting to know. Don't put yourself in a relationship because you keep thinking about that person.
And then make sure he's thinking about you. Just as much.
Exactly.
Because if he ain't thinking about you like that, then
You
keep
wasting
on.
your
You
time.
gotta
Now you chasing.
now. Yeah. Now you gotta be a big girl. And, okay. I know. I feel like this. So I'm gonna just set it right there. You know.
Mhm.
If
Set
you
it right
pick it up,
there.
you pick it up. But baby, look.
Just where we at. So that kind of leads to courting then.
Yeah.
If you both like each other.
Yes.
I used to. The old me would say that a man has to court and like women don't have to do anything. But I think it should go both ways.
Yeah, for sure.
Reciprocate. Like if he's showing energy, if he's showing attraction, he's showing interest, and he's planning dates, and he's calling you and he's texting you, and it's certain things that you don't like and he's working on fixing that. Don't sit there like a pretty princess expecting him to do everything. Like,
oh yeah.
start doing
Absolutely.
the same.
Absolutely.
Return calls. Sometimes
Absolutely.
try to beat him to the good morning text.
Yes.
Text him sometimes. Call him sometimes. Plan the date sometimes. Pay sometimes.
Yeah, that's how I feel. Because I'm going to give you what you give me.
I'm going to give you what you give me.
I'm
Exactly.
gonna give you what you give me. And if I find out you're giving me something and something else on the back end, like you're lying to me. Because I'm a very like understanding person. You know what I mean? Like you said, when I meet you, I don't expect you to not have nothing going on. That's delusional.
Yep.
I mean, I know I said I miss Delulu in the song, but that was just the song.
That's for music.
You know, but I don't expect you to not have nothing going on. So like, just don't lie. Like,
Please don't lie.
that's cool. Like,
I had one guy straight up was like, I'm wasting my time with the dudes I was dealing with and and he can do this and he can do that and blah blah blah. And he was like, just let you know up front, I'm not looking to get married. And I'm like, what is it that you looking for? He was like, I want to he was like, I want P. And in return, I want this too, and I want that, and I want this, and I want that, but I want that.
Right.
I was like, he said, now I'm sure you're not gonna ever speak to me again. You're gonna have other dudes pretend and do all this other stuff when they want the same exact thing. I'm just telling you up front. I was like,
well, dang.
Look at my pearls.
Okay, well, at least you kept it honest. I would have wrote out a list of
Honesty.
shit I want too. You know what? I think I need something fixed on my car. I need that. I need this. Ooh.
And so I feel like that particular person, no matter what, would never lie to me. Because if you come in like that,
no, for sure.
You're confident in yourself.
Yeah, for sure.
2, you don't feel the need to lie about anything. If you are that blunt, that fast, what can you possibly lie to me about?
Exactly.
Like, I can't think of a bigger lie than that.
Exactly. And then, you know, you got to understand, like, we all grown, so it might be a time where you might just, you know what, that's all I want. You know?
Catch you at the right
time. You know what I'm saying? And who's wrong in that? Nobody.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So, like, you know.
So if that's what you want, fellas, ladies too.
Yeah.
My homegirl, she be on dating sites. Again, I'm never saying any names. She be on dating sites and she literally would say, I'm just kicking it.
Right.
And if it happens that night, it happens that night. If she don't like you tomorrow, she don't like you tomorrow. But she is 1,000. She gonna be on the show soon. Yeah. And she will be one to tell you herself. So I'm not telling any of her business and stories that we tell of who's saying what. But when she come on, y'all gonna be like, oh yeah, this is like a whole man in a dress. Cause her mental is like, she keeps me in check. Like, no, you're being too emotional about that. You're thinking too deep.
Exactly.
Men don't think that deep. And I'd be like, oh, let me shut up.
Exactly.
Yeah, so that's a big thing too. What did I say about as far as courting goes? I don't know how. I can't speak on a man for courting. I just know what I would want.
Right.
It's like being consistent and being honest. That's what we were talking about, being transparent and honest. Be honest, be intentional, and I want a man to kind of lead in the courting stage, because I don't want to wait till we get in a relationship and then find out. And I'm not even talking about on a financial aspect. Like, plan the date. Tell me to show up at a certain place, a certain time.
Exactly.
If
I'm to figure it out, put it together, honey.
Yeah.
'Cause these cellular devices work very well.
Very exactly.
You know?
Yep. And if I'm talking about business, have some input.
Yeah.
I don't want to have to ask you every time. Like, oh, if I'm talking to you and I'm like da da da, and I can't figure out blah blah blah. Oh yeah, I looked this up yesterday, and I freaking love when a guy does that. Like, oh, I was looking it up yesterday, and this is what you can do. Yeah. Oh yeah, I love that.
See, that's why I like to date guys that's like smarter than me and know more than me.
Refuse any otherwise.
Yes, and like you know, always got business ideas. And just, you know what I'm saying? Like, just know a lot of stuff about a lot of just random. You just got random information.
Yes.
Like, just be sitting there like, yeah, you know, they found a new planet the other day. I love you, baby. Okay.
I will literally say, even the ones I do not like, every guy I have ever dated has always been smarter than me.
Oh yes, for sure. Because
they're always smarter than me. I'm always learning. If I can't learn something from you, I'm not going to spend any time with you.
Exactly. And then I'm not going to trust you to lead me.
Yes, exactly.
And if I can't trust you to lead me, I can't submit. If I can't submit, you ain't going to like that. So
now talk about that in the courting stage. Like, before you get into a relationship, how do you look at being led and the return of submitting in a courting stage?
I mean, in the courting stage, it's like small things that he could do, like you said, already pre-planning the date. You know what I mean? Understanding what you like, asking you certain questions to put things together. Like, use your critical thinking skills. You know what I'm saying? Where you want to eat at? All right, you already asked me what I like to eat, the things I like to eat. Get on open table. Find a nice restaurant or something, you know what I mean? And like put it together. It's a bunch of things we could do. It could be a Wednesday. You could literally Google things to take, places to take. You know what I'm saying? Like, you know, don't wait till I'm in the car like, shit, I don't know. Oh, irritation.
Right. Because you already know, if you have ever dated a female on earth, we never know what we want to eat.
Exactly.
Now, it might be times where like, oh, I really got a taste for XYZ. But if we're just kicking it and we're out doing other stuff and we just decide, hey, we want to go get something to eat, 10 times out of 10, a woman is not going to know what she wants to eat.
Yeah, and then I like when the day is planned. If you know that we're not just going to go here or we're going to do like a couple things, just have it planned out. You know
please
what I'm
plan it out, please.
Just have it planned out. Or if we just on some spontaneous stuff, then just be quick on your feet. You understand? And quick on the Google or something. I don't know. You know, it could be something like that, or it could just be, you know, just like maybe a little advice on something he see that I'm doing with the business.
Yes,
like, hey, you
that's
know,
major.
You should do this or XYZ or blah blah blah. You know what? I never thought about that.
Never thought about that.
You're
so smart.
Exactly. You know, or telling me about useful things that I could utilize.
Yep.
That I don't know about or stuff like that. And just, you know, just listening to his conversation about how he handled things with maybe his children or how he treat his mother or, you know, just all of that. I pay attention to all that stuff.
Exactly. So, that's what we were talking about earlier, is when you're getting to know somebody, we were saying we don't care about what your favorite color is and your favorite food. We want to know the things that you just said. Exactly. Those are the things I want to know. I was telling her I was on a phone with somebody for like 5 hours one time, and I don't know any basic information. I know his childhood. I know about his parents' childhood. I know about his baby mama childhood.
Yeah.
His kid now.
Yeah.
Hey, you are listening and tuned in to the L.I.C.K Show. Who we speaking to?
This is Mr. Lex Kelly live. What's going on, Kel?
Hey, Lex Kelly. How are you?
I am fine. First off, I want to tell you I'm super proud of you, girl.
Thank you so much. All right, we talking about chasing, pursuing, and courting. What do you got to say on the topic?
Well, you know, this is kind of up my alley.
He took a deep breath for that one.
But really, at the end of the day, it's what is our intentions in life. If you don't have a life plan, if you don't really have a future projected goal that you're looking to manifest, it's going to be very difficult to find out how you incorporate other people in that. And so I've always said that we have to make people feel confident within our vision, so secure in our vision. And that takes a lifetime for many of us. You know, I spoke about this on a podcast yesterday that, you know, the self-development, the personal development, the self-awareness, the healing process, it takes years, years to get there. And while we're going through that process, we're also yearning for human connection. So part of relationships themselves is to teach us how to be greater, not only for ourselves, but also for other people. And it's a real messy process going along. So how you decide to court and date is all going to be based off of your level of awareness and your maturity and your self-reflection and your level of awareness at that moment. So really, there's no real template. It's how are you dealing with yourself in this moment? And then what does that look like when you try to do a chemistry experiment with somebody else trying to figure out themselves?
That's really good. So let me ask you something personal, but not too deep.
That's all right.
You are courting somebody. What's your process in your mental life?
So when I'm courting somebody, number one, I'm being honest with myself about why is it I'm even attracted to that person in the first place? What is it about that person that resonated with me? And if it's strictly physical, because as a male, 9 times out of 10, that's our first thing. It's physical. And then for me personally, it's going to be energetically. Like, what is it about that person's energy that is attracting me to them? And then from there, it's how do I interact with this individual so that way I can possibly get to know more about them. So for me personally, my process is how do I get you in a position to where you will tell me the truth about you? How do I create a safe space so that way we can sit down and we can learn about each other through at least being able to tell the truth about who we are in this current moment. And then at that point, I can make a decision whether we can even do good chemistry from here. But if I can't connect with somebody who is comfortable with telling the truth about themselves, no matter what I aspire to do, it's going to go downhill because I'm not engaging with who they are. I'm engaging with who they want me to believe they are. And I have to find a way to create a safe space to where people can at least be open and honest. And I generally do that with being open and honest about myself initially.
And you just answered the next question I was going to ask as far as how do you get them to do that? And your answer was to be open and honest yourself. I'm the same way. I'm always going to be open and honest in the hopes that they would do the same.
Right.
Well, look at that. I mean, but look at the maturity level and look at life experiences that you've had to go through. That brings us to a place of self-acceptance. And if you don't have self-acceptance, then you're not going to be able to feel comfortable about exposing yourself to other people in a vulnerable way in the face of judgment and in the face of rejection.
That makes sense. All right. Thank you so much for calling.
Indeed. Proud of you, Mama. Have a good one.
Thank you. That is some great tips for everybody. So you are in a courting stage with somebody and you want them to be open and honest. The first thing to do is to be open and honest. Exactly. I like that. I just do that anyway. I didn't even think anything deep about it. I just feel for me, I want you to know who I am.
It's
and
like a
if you're
natural
gonna
thing to just
exactly. Hey, you're tuned into the L.I.C.K Show. Who we speaking to?
This is King, the Royal Cow.
Hey, King.
Hey,
okay, so we are talking
lady.
about chasing, pursuing, and courting. What do you got to say on the topic?
Yes. You know how to call in. So let me tell you something. So I heard a little bit earlier about the chasing aspect. So I think sometimes in certain aspects, it's okay to chase, right? To go after what you want, because sometimes, like, for example, my predicament, I was in an 8-year relationship, but the person that chased me, I wasn't so much attracted or thought that I would be in something like that with that person. But the consistency, the persistence, the want, the care, the know-how, the research, the him knowing, that is what built the attraction and let me understand that, okay, maybe this is someone I need to at least look at, whatever, and then ultimately led me to an 8-year relationship. So,
Okay.
you know what I mean? I don't always think it's a negative thing to chase because sometimes people are walking this world blindly. Secondly, when I court, right? So this is a little unorthodox, but when I court, right, what I do is I take you to my first date is usually somewhere where I love to go. If I'm dating you and I'm taking you out, I usually take you somewhere I love to go. Why? Because I feel like once you starting off the relationship or the courting or the dating with me trying to impress you is already inauthentic, right? Because I'm already doing things that's out of my comfort zone to make sure that you're comfortable. I think once as human beings, as people, if we go into things being our authentic selves, showing someone, hey, Kels, I like you. I want to approach you. So let me take you into my world to see if that's something that you're interested in. Because once you're in my world, I'm the most comfortable, and that will eventually make you more comfortable, and we will just feed off of each other's energy. Then after that, that will allow you to understand, okay, well, is this somebody I want to deal with, or is this someone I'm not? Is this someone I like? Does he like the same qualities? Because if I'm showing you who I am authentically the first time, then there is no there is no further, assumptions of what is this? Was this, for fake? Was he just trying to get my pee? As you said earlier, was this just for clout? Was this whatever the situation may be? I feel like the first day should always be where the person that's asking, where they truly enjoy and love.
I freaking love
Yeah.
that. I never
I've
thought
been
about
on
it
a
in
date
that
like that
way.
before.
Really?
And I really enjoyed it.
This will tell, and so King, this is so amazing to me because this knocks out two birds with one stone, right? It gets the guy to show the woman who he is, like you said, and when men are um wondering if a woman really likes him for him or really wants to go on this date and not just trying to go out because they want to eat and because they're bored, if she's interested in going somewhere that you want to go versus where she wants to go, that kind of lets you know, at least gives you a indication that she's interested.
Yeah.
Yeah, that we're both at least in it for the right reason.
Right. Huh. So next time I go on a date and they ask me what I like and where I want to go, I'm like, no, take me to your world.
Exactly.
Take me to your
Oh,
world,
thank
right?
you, King.
You're welcome.
I love
Love you.
it.
Have a good day.
Bye.
Bye. That is so good. I'm
Yeah.
gonna start doing that. So all my dates going forward, the very first one, and that'll let me know if I like you or not. Because you might be in some stuff that I'm like, if this is what he likes, we're not gonna get along because I don't like this.
Right.
Or this is one thing we won't have in common.
Mm-hmm.
I think that is a great idea because some men might take you to a movie and they don't even like sitting down watching TV.
Right.
And now when y'all get in a relationship, y'all think y'all gonna cuddle and have Sundays on the couch watching movies, and he like, I don't even like watching it. You
Yeah.
took me to the movies, sir. I thought you liked movies.
Yeah, I don't even like movie dates.
I
So
don't
it's
like movie
I don't
dates.
like movie dates, especially if I don't know you. Like, how can we talk if we not talking?
Exactly.
Like, I mean, how can we
Mm-hmm.
interact if we not talking? We don't. How is we
Mhm.
getting to know each other by being quiet and looking at the screen?
And looking at the screen
Bro,
the
I
whole
can watch this
time.
at home, or that's what we do later on.
And that's what I
okay?
said too. If I'm in a relationship, or that's just like I like that as my private time. Because
Yes.
that's a solo date. So if anybody wanted to start doing solo dating and they don't know where to start, movie theater is the very first place you should go. Because you ain't got to do
Right.
nothing extra. You ain't got to talk to nobody. Nobody's looking at you because
Mhm.
everybody's looking at a screen. So if you ever wanted to do solo dating, get dressed up and go to the movies.
Mhm.
Now I know some people do like to add movies to going out to eat. I always look at that as two different dates, but if you don't know somebody, you could start out at the movies so that when you get to dinner, you have something to talk about. Y'all could talk about the movie.
Oh, okay.
You can do that, but
Yeah.
I don't really like movie dates. Period.
Yeah, me
I just
either.
like that to be my solo time.
Yeah. I don't like movie dates, especially if I don't know you, because first thing you gonna do is try to put your arm all the way around me and stuff like that. I am not.
Yep.
Okay.
Don't touch me, sir. I
Okay.
don't know you. I don't even
So
know if
when
I'm
we
gonna like
having
you.
dinner, you across the table. You know what I'm saying?
Exactly.
I see where your hands in.
Mm-hmm. Now I'll say this because I never want anybody to think they can't take me on a dinner or a lunch date or a dinner date. That's not my first choice of a date. I want to do something fun.
Yeah, me
because I
too.
want to know
Yeah, me
I want to know
too.
your temperament.
Yeah.
I want to know how competitive you are. I want to know if you're funny. I want to
Mhm.
know if you're fun. Because some people are like, the type of guys I like, they're like kind of dressed up all the time.
Mhm.
So you don't know if they have a fun side.
Exactly.
So I'll be wanting to see that side of them.
Yeah.
Dinner dates are cool because we're going to eat regardless. But it's like, You're just sitting there talking, and I feel like we should do that on the phone.
Exactly. Yeah.
Yeah, so I'm not opposed to those at all. Most of my dates are always dinner dates, but I would prefer to do something fun. But I'm gonna start saying this: if another person ever asks me, "What do I want to do?" I'm like, we're gonna do something you would
Exactly.
normally do.
Yeah.
If you had to plan the perfect date that you want to go on, what would we do?
It be? Yeah, that's fire.
Yeah, thank
I'm
you,
using that too.
King.
Period.
I just changed that whole thing up.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna get into your second song.
Okay.
Tell us about it and the name of it.
Okay, so this song is called School Supplies. It's off my new project, Them Kids Sleep. And yeah, this the song that had started going viral on TikTok. Like it just went
instantly.
It just went crazy on TikTok. And that's how they started finding my other songs and stuff like that. But
this for the mamas.
Yeah, this for the mamas, the baby mamas. You know
the
what I'm
baby
saying?
Mamas.
The baby mamas.
Baby mamas.
Okay.
All right, so we're gonna get into it right now. Let's go.
Oh wow. BB. Okay. Kids need some school supplies, he say he gon' call a booster. They leave in the morning and he gon' top me like a rooster. He get in that kitty, he gon' kill it, Freddy Krueger. He say he got some young shooters in ATL, they on them scooters. I don't condone violence, tell them niggas go to clay. And when them water boys act up, he grab it, better beat they ass. But I still respect the hustle, you gotta get it however it go. BBM show won't be my son, cause me and his dad gon' up the scope. Ain't no bills late, I been living straight, I'm having my way. Baby daddy got me flipping money, in and out the bank. Why would I go clubbing for the free skit? Sorry boo, I can't. Promoters say they wanna book BB, then tell them send that cake. I got children that I gotta feed, babe, give me what I need. He gon' send them toys for they B-day and never seen my seed. Kids put up, mama put up too, you know how I do. Gangsta nigga took me to the range, taught me how to shoot. My BD got me picking out new guns, he say stay protected. And he copped a holster for the waist, and that shit match my jacket. Always training, I been in the gym, ass weight gaining. Told my nigga meet me in Gwinnett, and he can't wait to play. Now he speeding 85 like he don't love his life. He know that he gotta bust a move or I might change my mind. Hold that thought, I got niggas on my phone. Say he tryna tip, told that man come here, my kids gone. He gon' send the funds, man he petty, outfit hair done. He love it when I'm killing hoes, he say Lil' bae don't spare none. Ain't no bills late, I been living straight, I'm having my way. Baby daddy got me flipping money, in and out the bank. Now why would I go clubbing for the free skit? Sorry boo, I can't. Promoters say they wanna book BB, then tell them send that cake. I got children that I gotta feed, give me what I need. He gon' send them toys for they B-day and never seen my seed. My mama doing his homeschooling, my baby gon' be a genius. And my daughter so damn pretty, she just bougie for no reason. She know who her mommy is, she know she poppin' shit. And her father knew the same thing, he know he hit a lick. You can't pay that nigga that hate me, and if I call him, he gon' slide. Hell no, we don't be fucking, but we locked in, mob tie. I'm his coolest baby mama, that's what all his niggas say. I'm the baddest bitch he ever had a kid with, on me. Ain't no bills late, I been living straight, I'm having my way. Baby daddy got me flipping money, in and out the bank. Why would I go kick it for the free skit? Sorry boo, I can't. Promoters say they wanna book BB, then tell them send that cake. I got children that I gotta feed, give me what I need. He gon' send them toys for they B-day and never seen my seed. Kids put up, mama put up too, you know how I do. Gangsta nigga took me to the range, taught me how to shoot.
Hey, that's my shit.
That's School Supplies. Okay.
That is School Supplies. So you got a video for that too?
Nuh-uh. I don't got no video for School Supplies yet. And it's so crazy because that was the song that I least expected to do.
Really?
I was just like, I'm finna just go.
That's my song.
Mic drop for this video and just put that out there so I can get ready for like, No Drama Baby Mama. That's one of my favorite songs on the project.
Yes.
I was like, I'm trying to plan a big video for that. And then School Supplies was like, phew.
It took off.
Like, okay.
Does it usually happen that way?
No.
Whatever song you like, something else takes off for first?
No, like usually like I'll be like, I know this gonna do good. And then it do good. Like, you know what I'm saying?
This one surprised you.
Yeah, it did.
So now you got to change your whole mindset.
Right, because it was really like a project filler.
Oh.
Yeah.
And it took
in my mind.
But it's so many
filler.
Children's mothers. They don't need baby mamas. Children's mothers out there. That's like an anthem for them.
Yeah,
it's not really very many
anthems.
It's
really the second verse. It's the second verse when I say my mama doing his homeschooling, my baby gonna be a genius, and my daughter so damn pretty, she just bougie for no reason. She know who her mom is. She know she poppin' shit.
And her father knew the same thing. He know he hit a lick. Like, so it's that part right there.
Uh-huh.
And then, all the mothers with the daughters, they just started oversharing it.
Really?
I was talking about, it got like maybe like 12, 13,000 video creations on TikTok right
That's
now.
what I'm talking about. I gotta do
And
mine
then
too.
like 100,000 some shares and stuff like that. Spread it out on Facebook. Like all the platforms is eating it up.
That's
Not
what I'm
just
talking
one,
about.
it's every single platform. And then they went and started finding other songs like No Drama Baby Mama.
Mm-hmm.
Now that's my favorite. Like, that's the baby mama anthem for real. That's the baby mama anthem for real. And then because that song is basically about the single mother with children.
Yeah.
You know how they put the stigma on the whole word baby mama.
The whole
It's
word.
like, you hear the word baby mama, you always, almost all the time, if a man say, yes, my baby mother, baby mama, however the mother of my child, however you want to say it,
something negative.
it's always it's still the same thing. And then like when you hear the word baby mama, it's just always tied into trauma, or fighting, or he's still dealing with her and this, that, and the third. And it's like, it's not always like that. You get what I'm
need
saying?
to understand that. And so I've always respected single mothers, and I've never been one. But now my daughter's best friend moved in. This is my daughter. So even though she's about to be 18, we still want to go through the adoption process. Because we made a joke about it. I was like, if you were younger, I would have adopted you if you wanted it. She was like, why does it have to be an age? She was like, you can still adopt. I said, you would want me to adopt you? She was like, yeah. I said, well, if I did that, the minute you sign papers, you got to call me mommy like my kids do. She was like,
Yeah,
deal.
exactly.
So I'm literally looking into the process so that she has a mom.
Yeah.
But I don't have a lot of help with her.
Got you.
So I'm like, this is what it's like to be a single mother. Because I'm like, she's a senior in high school, like my daughter. They both have graduation dues, senior dues. One of them has a car because her dad is in the picture. She doesn't have a car. She doesn't have her license. So we're trying to navigate all of that stuff. So shout out to her aunt, was like, whatever she makes, she's going to match it. And I'm going to do the same. So we can hurry and get her a car. But I'm like, certain things that my two that I've pushed out have the opportunities to have, she doesn't have that.
Yeah.
So I'm like, dang, I completely understand and have a brand new respect for single moms.
Yeah, and then you gotta, like, just to tie being a single mother into dating, like, that's a big thing too. Because I'm not gonna lie, it's like a lot of guys. I ain't gonna say a lot. I don't know the statistics on it, but some guys will be like, You know what I mean? They don't want to deal with a single mother. They like, oh, you too busy, you got kids. The kids just gonna always be out. My kids, my sitter, my kids, my kids, and is. You know what I'm saying? So like a lot of guys, some guys don't like that. Some guys don't. You know what I'm saying? Or they just feel the same way. Like I said, some people feel about the word baby mama. They feel that same way when you got a baby daddy. They're like,
look, so this is
I
me.
ain't dealing with nobody baby father. That's why
I'm gonna raise my hand.
And that's why
I got a 17-year-old and a 22-year-old. I don't want to deal with, and that's not necessarily about the mother. I just don't want to deal with any more little kids because my kids are older.
Exactly.
So I have my own, cool. But if he's got kids that are preteens, I'm probably not even gonna
give it a
chance.
And see, that's another thing to discuss on that first date.
I need to know that before, because that first date probably won't happen.
Exactly. You know what
that
I'm
first
saying?
date probably won't happen with me.
And then so a lot of men too feel like, since like if I say, oh, I'm a single mother, or I'm really just a mother that's single because my kids about to take care of it.
Because I was about to say, Bree.
Right. No. But I'm just a mother that's single. But they look at it like, oh, she looking for somebody to take care of their kid.
They got a daddy.
And ain't. Because they straight. Okay. And then and no, it ain't nothing fishy going on. That's why the other part of that song on School Supplies that started going viral, where I was like, I said, you can't pay that nigga to hate me, and if I call him, he gonna slide. Hell no, we don't be fucking, but we locked in mob time.
That's the part I like.
I'm as cool as baby mama. Yeah, you know what I'm saying?
That's the part I like, because that's with me and my kids' father.
Yeah, because we locked in, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, that's family, that's game. Like, call them, like, you know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So yeah, and a lot of even when the men start dating, a lot of they females, they want you to hate the baby mother, or because they have such toxic relationship with theirs, they don't understand like how y'all so cool. And then, you know, especially when you're looking at a bitch like me, like, I know you trying to, like, no. Like,
we would have still been
cool.
together if we wanted to be together. That's what people
Yeah.
don't be understanding. Because my ex-husband, my kid's father, we're still really close. Even when we went to get divorced, we sat in court together. It wasn't like a fight. The judge was like, "You two are getting divorced? You sure y'all can't work it out?" We like, "Nah, we good on that."
Yeah.
And we have literally been cool ever since. Been knowing the man 23 years, and I can't even think of a fight we've ever had.
Wow.
It just didn't work out.
Exactly.
But the friendship is still there, and that part right there was like, "Oh, that's me and Tori."
Yeah, for
all day
sure.
long. So yeah, and I always tell people if I get in a relationship with them, I had to, because I got married again. I had to tell him the same thing. If he is going to be an issue, we won't work.
Exactly.
Because
No,
I've pushed this man off of every relationship I had because it made the person feel uncomfortable. Then I have to go back and rebuild our friendship because I treated him like because I'm trying to protect the relationship. Now going forward, again, I'm in an age where if it works, it works. It doesn't, it doesn't. I don't want anybody doing anything they don't want to do or anything they're going to feel uncomfortable with. If he's going to be an issue for you, then we won't work.
Yeah, no, for sure.
Yeah. So that part's dope to me.
Yeah, exactly.
Are y'all are cool though? Because I know you said y'all are friends or y'all just cordial like for the kids.
No, we talk. We friends.
That's what I'm
Like,
talking
you know
about.
what I'm saying? Like my son father be doing some of my marketing. He be telling me
Really?
what to do. Like, hey, you need to do this, do that. I ain't gonna yai. Like, I start listening to him. I'm like, all right, bet, because he's smart.
We like him smart.
Yeah, so you know, I started applying things that he's saying to what I got going on, and stuff just started moving faster. So
See?
you know, so like,
Yeah.
yeah, we're good.
And that's the thing. If I were to date, because I always say that's my preference. I prefer not to date a man with little kids. But if I meet an amazing man and he has a little kid and everything is great, I'm not gonna just cut him off because he has a little kid.
Yeah.
I would prefer that he has an amazing relationship with the mother.
Absolutely.
Like if y'all are beefing and you got a little kid already,
Yeah.
I don't want to be a part of all of that.
Yeah,
So
'cause
when people are
figuring it
like,
out.
I can't stand my baby mama, that's a turn off to me. Like you about to dog her out, I don't want to hear it.
No, yeah. I don't want to hear that
Yeah, I
either.
don't wanna
Because
hear
you
none
know,
of that.
like as adults, we all had decision on who we sat down and laid down and did all of that with. So you
Yep.
know, some accountability has to be taken.
Exactly.
You know what I'm saying? So if you gonna talk about her, you got to talk about you too.
Exactly.
You feel me? Like, you know, so.
Yep. I was watching this video that kind of made me think of that. The guy was like, he was talking about being more so a married man. He was like, the fathers are out working, but they're not really spending time with their kids like they should, and how they feel like the wives be nagging, like I'm bringing all the money in. Like, what's the problem? They was like, your job doesn't make you a husband. Your job doesn't make you a father. That makes you a worker. So that made me think of that too, because some men will be like, oh, she tripping and blah 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 because I can't be present because I gotta work. You ain't being a dad, you just a worker.
And that's them. They lose their wives a lot of the time too. So,
Mhm.
you know, that's why, you know, marriage is kind of scary because, like, you know, you'll get with a man who is a good worker, and then they want you to sit down and sit in the house and have the kids and, you know, taking care of them kids and take care of the house all day. That's a job. That's a job in itself as
Exactly.
well. But you know what I'm saying? Like, say, you know, like I put my career down and I decide because this is what my husband want me to do is stay at home, have another baby, take care of the kids, this is and the third and 5-6 years down the line. Okay, when he feel like, oh, he wants something younger, I done popped out 3 babies, you know, body ain't maybe how it was bodying, you know. I don't know, you know, guys, they just sometimes just want a different flavor every once in a while. And then that causes turmoil. Now we have to separate. And now, guess what? I don't have no work history. My resume is on the floor. I'm starting from ground zero. You get what I'm saying?
Yep.
That's why for me,
with the kids,
with the children, that's why for me, I think my ideal relationship would be a guy who allows me to work. A guy who wants me to work.
Yeah.
A guy who is comfortable with me working. A guy who is okay if I make more money than him. You know what I'm saying? Because it might happen. You know what I'm saying? So like, yeah, because I ain't finna sit down for nobody unless I can't sit down until I'm comfortable with sitting down by myself.
Yes.
When I'm comfortable with sitting down by myself, and then I can sit at home and be the housewife, because all this old school that stuff is out the window.
Yeah, I'd
And
be
y'all know,
bored.
and it's not until death do us part no more. So let's be real about that. The divorce rate is through the ceiling, and I am not finna spend my prime years dedicated to sitting in the house having nobody's baby, not knowing that they're gonna leave me 5 years later. Now I can't even go back and get my job because I haven't been training or studying in that position, or I done got rusty at what I'm good at, because I decided to see during the marriage, you didn't sit down. During the marriage, you actually elevated in your company. You probably on the way to the top of the CEO or the manager or wherever you want to be at. You on your way there. But the whole time you was doing that, I put me on the floor to make you happy, because you no, my wife ain't finna work and you ain't gotta do nothing, just have the baby, take care of that, whatever. And see that what happens a lot of time is the men, the more they go up in those positions, the more money they start making, the less they look at you, because you're not bringing in nothing, you're not making nothing. You know what I'm saying? And then they start treating you like you're not doing nothing. They start treating you like, girl, I take care of you. Shut up. I'm finna go out and I'll be back Sunday, and it's Friday. No, I'm telling you the truth. And they be out of the town with their new bae, vacay bae. You get what I'm saying? And
Vacay
they
bae.
like, you can't do nothing about it, because what you gonna do? Get up and leave?
Right,
and
where you
move?
gonna go?
What you gonna do? You gonna get up and move with what money? You get what I'm
So
saying?
always have
That's why I
your
say
own.
always stay on top, baby. Listen, if you is a sit at home girly and you do want to be a sit at home wife and you do want to sit down with your kid, I ain't never been married, so take my advice and throw it out the window.
I've been married, and you are telling the truth.
I feel like if that is you, it's so many ways to make money online, ladies. Get to your bag.
Yeah,
you
do
know what I'm
something.
saying? Get to your bag. Even I don't care how secure you feel. Okay.
I agree.
Get to your
I
bag,
agree 1000%.
girl.
I did a video yesterday. There is a podcaster that is driving me insane. His name is Yada Awakening, I think it is. And he sounds amazing for the gullible.
Okay.
This man was like, the minute a man speaks to you, he's supposed to take on all your responsibilities. Like the minute at the door at hello,
I think I might
the minute I speak to you, I need to be paying your bills. I need Nick, shut the hell up. First of all, stop it.
Yeah.
A woman is not supposed to work and da 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 da. And then the flip side of that, I'm hearing that he beat his wife up. So you're trying to convince the world of how women should be on this pedestal and be treated, but you're treating your wife like crap at home.
Yeah.
And it has to do with the fact that I feel like if he's making the money, he makes the decision, he controls the house.
Yeah, I mean, I don't know him or his
I don't know him.
situation. So I don't want to comment on that. But what I will say is, sometimes it's the internet. People gonna say anything to build up the followers, so they can start selling whatever they selling, and they be like, join my Zoom class and this, that, and the third, and next thing you know, you paying a subscription for the bullshit. You know what I'm saying? And not to say that he's got, because I don't know him or nothing like that, but yeah, I do know a lot of women, and it's been your grandma, your mama, your aunties, they all can tell you that man to get in that situation or that position, he feel like you're nothing now. You gonna sit at home, you gonna take care of these kids, and I'll be back. Because you can't do anything. It's like you can't even take care of yourself if you go out and leave the kids. What you gonna do? Go to a shelter? You don't even got hotel money. You ain't been working. And then it's get to the point where this his money. So like, what if you just been working and slaving at the house, because it's a job, especially little kids, like little kids back to back to back. Little kids back to back, because some men like to put them in them and keep having babies and keep having babies, and now you take care of all these. Now you got a few under two. Now you got two under two, and it's a job that you wore out. Now you like, babe, I just need to relax. I want to go to the spa, and I ain't got no money for that. I'm already doing this and that. So now you can't even. And you seeing what he making, because you know what he make, and you know it's extra money, but he want to spend it how he want to spend it, because that's his money. That's why I always say, I don't care if you start painting, you better sell some paintings, do some hair or something. Just always have your own hustle going on. Like me, I'm, like I said in my new song, I said, you want me to sit at home? I'm outside standing on bitch's neck. Like, baby, I'm outside. I got to get to it. How you got to get to it?
Yep, I agree.
unless it's a contractual marriage, something like I heard Janet Jackson had. Well, she got her M's up front, then she got her M's when she had the baby, then she got her M's upon divorce too. I do that. Okay, because I'm secure.
It's
and I'm not saying you gotta. I'm sorry. I'm not saying you gotta pay to marry me. No, but it's just that's my.
That'll get you to sit down.
That's new age security. Because a ring is not security. Your man having a job is not security no more. Because I'm sorry, the divorce rate is just showing us opposite.
Yeah. I had it on my phone somewhere with it, and it's extremely high, and it's higher in the Black community, and even more so in Black women community.
Because it's like, Black people refuse to go to therapy. It's like a stigma on that. Oh, yeah, I'm gonna talk to the lady on the couch. You know what I'm saying?
Yep.
So like, yeah, they don't, and then it's just more aggression. But at the same time, like I say, that's why I gotta be with somebody who gonna you have to be Jay-Z, because Bay is gonna Beyonce till these ankles can't move no more.
Yep.
You hear me?
Gotta be a very secure man.
Got to. And then it's like you either gotta know the field. I ain't gonna say be in the field, or just be okay with the field.
Be okay with the field. That's major for me. So I would prefer, in my perfect world, I don't want to date somebody in the industry. I would prefer a 9-to-5 because of that guaranteed funds, and you and your career growing up that ladder while I'm doing what I'm doing on this end, growing up this ladder. We ain't in no type of competition, all of that stuff. That's what triggers me, competition. I'm always dating somebody that ends up in competition.
Oh yeah. That's yeah. No.
You've dealt with that too?
Oh yeah.
So in my mind, I feel like it just works better that way. You do your thing, I do mine. You have your life, I have mine. But I need him to be in understanding that I'm a beast in my world, just like you're a beast in yours, and be confident in the fact that I'm going to be loyal and faithful.
Like I see, because what I learned from my last situation, I just told you, where I didn't even tell the guy who I was or what I did, and he found out, and he like whatever. I think his ex-girl, the rapper, had put like a very bad taste in his mouth. You know what I'm saying?
She definitely did, because he went down a list.
Definitely did.
She slept with a couple.
I don't know. But
I'm speaking for him. I feel you, bro. She was out there sleeping around.
I just say because ironically, and I might be talking too much, but I don't even care no more. Ironically, I know who the girl is. You know what I'm saying? I found out who it was. Because one time we were chilling, I'm looking at the Netflix. I'm like, okay. You know what I'm saying? I'm like, dang. You know what I'm saying?
She messed it up for me.
She cool though. Like, I don't know her personally or nothing like that. But like, just even on the outside looking in, if you see what she got going on, what I got going, we're just two different lanes. Not saying nothing wrong with what
I'm not even gonna ask.
Do it,
and
not saying nothing wrong with and not saying I'm better or nothing. I'm not saying
it's just different.
It's just too different. But I can see why he feel that way. So I'm just like, all right, whatever, take it to the chin. Deuces. You feel me? Like, but
it has to be that way. Like,
because
if he can't handle where you are right now, to think where you about to go
in 60 days is crazy.
Yeah, I don't know what to tell you, bro.
Like, it's crazy.
I don't know what to tell you.
Exactly. So now, like, you got to know what's going on. You got to be either like just okay with it, around it, like, so you familiar with it, so you know what. Cause see, a lot of people when you dealing with somebody in the industry and maybe that person, maybe she like, oh well, I gotta do this because I and he don't know no better. He thinking everybody got to do that, and then I come in like, I ain't doing that.
Exactly.
What you mean? That me? Everybody out here know that.
That's how you're supposed to get to know somebody. He should have got to know you as a friend.
Yeah.
And then find out the type of person you are to know that you're different from other people.
Yeah. And then like, so now I just gotta it gotta be somebody who, I don't know, halfway in it, or at least understand it, and gonna let me be me. Like, look at Russell and Cece. We don't know if they really happy. They look extremely happy. I would be happy.
I love them.
But like, look, he admires what she do. They're married, and he's still letting her be as sexy as she wanna be.
Yep.
And he's still letting her be the same woman she was when he met her. He didn't say, "Oh, you my wife now. You can't be showing them booty butt cheeks. You can't be twerking on that chair. You my wife now."
Exactly.
No, he under there like, when we make a baby number 5.
And what I love
6
about
and
him,
7.
he didn't change to go into her world. He's still that choir, like that clean little choir boy. He still keeps up with what he got going on.
Yeah.
I love them. I'm
not
telling
to
you.
say, oh, I want Russell, because they say don't never idolize nobody relationship, because you just never know.
Never
you
know.
What I'm saying? Because I used to love me some Remy and Papoose, but like, and I don't know what happened there. I ain't gonna speak on it, but I'm just saying, like, if was to like really settle down with somebody, that's what it would be. Somebody who let me be me.
Same here. All right, so we are getting ready to wrap up. Bree, tell everybody where to find you at.
Oh, at Bree Biase. That's BRIBIASE.
And yeah, so we were talking today about chasing, pursuing, and courting, and how to know somebody is interested versus not interested. We played Bree's music.
Yes, go stream that. Run them numbers up. Okay,
that's what I'm talking about. So up next we have Karen the Connector with my girl Karen. Shout out to Women of Douglasville. Lynn, later on tonight we have Samaj with Samaj and the Music Radio Show. Anything else tonight, show wise? I think that's it tonight. Show-wise, that's it. We got Karen the Connector and then just Samaj. Tonight, I start at Sunset Events and Lounge in Austell. It is on Maxim Road. We're doing line dancing and karaoke. Tonight is the first night. So if you want to come out, it's $10 for line dance. Karaoke is free. From karaoke is 8:30 to 11, but line dance is from 7 to 8:30. So make sure y'all come out. You can see it on all of my social media. If you are just tuned in and you missed the entire show, that is okay. It is already on YouTube. So all you got to go to Hits 92.3's YouTube channel, go to the live section, find the L.I.C.K show, and you see my girl, Bree Biase, in the building. All the things that we were talking about, you can leave your comment. It is not too late. We'll go back and comment on those too. So y'all have an amazing day. You find me on all social media platforms. The Real Who is KELZ. Follow the radio station Hits 92.3. Our flagship show with Sunshine, All Hustle No Fear, Monday through Friday from 8 to 10 a.m. Y'all have an amazing day. Peace.
You have reached Mrs. I Don't Give a Fuck. This mailbox is full. Goodbye.
I be everywhere. Mrs. IDGAF. BB, I ain't never cared. Mrs. I ain't never cared. Mrs. I ain't never cared. Mrs. IDGAF. Mrs. I ain't never cared. I'm Mrs. Bitch, we outside. Mrs. I be everywhere. That nigga say I'm crazy, call me Mrs. Oh well. I'm Mrs. I ain't never scared. Mrs. I'm a raised hell. Bitches full of cap, yeah. I'm Mrs. Give 'em backs, yeah. Booty so organic, bitch, I'm Mrs. Throw it back, yeah. I just hit the mall, they call me Mrs. Blow it back, yeah. Pull up with my sis, I'm Mrs. on my hoes bag, yeah. Walking on they head, Mrs. I'ma break a neck. BB hit the stage, they call me Mrs. Break a leg. Nigga run a loop, call me Mrs. Cute and rude, yeah. Once I see that dick, I'm Mrs. I know what to do, yeah. Mrs. Deep Throat, I'm Mrs. Never Choke, yeah. And that pussy water, Mrs. Wetter than a boat, yeah. Asking about my ex, I'm Mrs. I don't fucking know. Mrs. Cuckoo, Mr. Lulu, Mrs. We ain't fuck before. Yeah, I'm Mrs. I don't know that man. I'm Mrs. Never fuck again. Disloyal niggas make me cringe. And you can call my pussy Mrs. You can't lick again. Mrs. IDGAF. Mrs. I ain't never cared. I'm Mrs. Bitch, we outside. Mrs. I be everywhere. That nigga say I'm crazy, call me Mrs. Oh well. I'm Mrs. I ain't never scared. Mrs. I'm a raised hell. Mrs. IDGAF. Mrs. I ain't never cared. I'm Mrs. Bitch, we outside. Mrs. I be everywhere. That nigga say I'm crazy, call me Mrs. Oh well. I'm Mrs. I ain't never scared. Mrs. I'm a raised hell. I'm Mrs. I've been standing on business. Mrs. They ain't on my level. Mrs. I've been sending hoes to graveyard.
Decatur, Lithonia, Conyers, Covington, McDonough, and all surrounding areas. Something Special Bar and Lounge presents Music Bingo and Karaoke. That's right, you heard me. Music Bingo and Karaoke every Wednesday at Something Special Bar and Lounge. On the 1 and 2s, we got DJ P-Joe. Not to mention, we got the host with the most, KELZ. We got drink specials, plus the full kitchen, seafood dip, salmon bites, sweet heat wings, jerk chicken egg roll. From 5 to 7 is our happy hour. Mix and match, 2 items, looking for good vibes, delicious drinks, delicious food. Something Special Bar and Lounge, 1377 Old McDonough Highway, Conyers, Georgia. The best spot on the east side. Express lunch on the go. Not to mention now open for lunch from 11 to 3 Monday through Friday. Look us up on Facebook, Instagram, and TikTok. Something Special Bar and Lounge.